heavyweight champion of the world. Shout out to TD
Sports.
TD Sports. Let's go, champ.
What is good? What is good, YouTube? Today, January 17, 2025. It is a Friday. We have a fight tonight out in Commerce, California, at the Commerce Casino, not too far from LA, California. Big shout out, thoughts and prayers to the people that are that have suffered through the fires out there, and we wish you well, and hope everything goes well with you guys and the air quality gets better. I know it's at the tail end of it. But I want to talk about a fighter tonight that's going to be main event on this card. It's going to be shown on the UFC Fight Pass. It's my boy Omar Trinidad. Not sure if you guys have been following the channel as much. No, I've been speaking about this kid for quite a while. I've been mentioning it every now and then. I like this guy. If you listen to me on Ring Talk Worldwide with Pedro Fernandez, I speak about him as well. I like him in the featherweight division, which I think is a really tough division. You have multiple champions, multiple contenders up in there. One of my favorite fighters in the featherweight division is Shushu Carrington out of Brooklyn, New York. And then, we got the prospect. My guy Keith Colon is also a featherweight. So, and then, we got champions like Espinoza, Angelo Leo. We got a bunch of good fighters, Nick Ball. But I want to talk about it. Omar Trinidad. 17-0-1 with 13 KOs. He started his career, his debut, he had a draw. And then after that, 17 straight wins. He is a continental champion in that region. And he looks to defend it against this guy from the Philippines, Mike Plania. He's 31-4 with 18 KOs. I don't know much about this guy, Plania, but I do know that when he stepped up in competition, he's fought, on his resume, he's got two good fighters on his resume. He lost both fights, both in the third round, both by knockout. That's he lost to Angelo Leo in the third round, and he's lost to Elijah Pierce in the third round knockout as well. So Trinidad, not sure what he's looking to do, if he's looking to maybe upstage Angelo Leo, because something Omar Trinidad wants to do is hopefully get a fight with Angelo Leo later on this year for the IBF Featherweight Championship. Currently, Omar Trinidad is ranked number 2 in the IBF, and the champion is Angelo Leo. He's also ranked in 2 other sanctioned bodies. He's ranked 6 in the WBC, and he's ranked 14 in the WBO. To me, in my opinion, it's a very stacked division. This guy is he's a scrappy fighter. Old school type of fighter, comes in there, he tries to knock your head off. He's looking to knock you out, but unlike, his last opponent was against Hector Sosa. No, Hector Sosa, a unanimous decision. He dropped him twice, but he boxed a little bit more. So he showed he can box. He showed he could go 12 rounds, right? I think that was his first 12-round fight. He looked good. He looked energized. He didn't look tired. He looked well-conditioned, and this guy, he comes to bring it. And I like fighters like him, guys that can box, but I like fighters as well. I think we all like fighters, right? We want to be entertained when somebody's going there and try to, knock you out. But I also respect the sweet science, and I like guys that can box as well. And I think he can do a little bit of both. Mostly he's more of a fighter than a boxer, but he can absolutely box as well. And he's going to be a difficult challenge for a lot of these guys at featherweight. And him and Angelo Leo would be a great, great fight. But first things first, he's got to fight, tonight against Mike Plania. I had a chance to speak to his promoter last year, Tom Loeffler. He came to New York back in March. We spoke about him a little bit. They're very high on him there. Speaking of Tom Loeffler 360, they're coming to New York again this March. And maybe Omar will come by. He's not going to be scheduled to be on the card, but maybe he'll come by, just to support his Callum Walsh, who's his fellow stablemate there from California. So real quick, I've got to see this kid live. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. I got to see him in person. Real quick, let's go to a little promo.
Yo, what's up, guys? Omar Trinidad here, the WBC Continental Champ. Don't forget to catch my fight January 17, live on UFC Fight Pass, the Trinidad Show, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, that's a little promo that he had for his fight. Here's another little video. I mean, this guy sits on his punches. I mean, when he hits, you're going to feel it. If he connects, he sits on his punches. He puts everything into them. I mean, this guy is must-see TV, in my opinion. Here's a little bit. I'm going to play it real quick when the ring walk, on my view, from when I saw him in person. He had a first-round knockout against Andrew Bentley at the time. I think he led off the card where Caleb Walls fought my boy from the Bronx, Ishmael Villarreal. He was the he started off the card. So here's the little. I'm going to show you a little bit of highlights of the fight from what I captured. This one I could show. The other one I didn't want to show the ring walk to walk because of the music. I don't want to get in trouble for the music, but
gotta stop it. Oh, they call it a hop down.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. If you heard me in the background, I was with my boy Brian Corbett. Brian Corbett was with me in this fight. Shout out to him. He was right next to me, and I was saying, they got to stop this fight. He was hurting him bad already, but he had hurt him a little bit earlier in that round, and then the rope saved him in that knockdown there, but the ref still scored a knockdown, and then eventually the guy was, he was done, and that was a good stoppage. And you see that, here in New York, coming all the way to the East Coast, trying to build up, some fan base. And he gained a fan in me that night, and I'm sure a few others, coming up, lying down the top road. I thought that was pretty cool. I actually sent him that video in his Instagram, and he loved it. And we've been kind of in contact ever since. I look to have him on the show and interview him. Hopefully he wins tonight, and then maybe we can have him. We can talk about the fight, whatever happens tonight, and then maybe his next steps. And hopefully he gets that fight with Angelo Leo. I mean, I think that'll be a great fight, big opportunity. But definitely, Omar Trinidad is a guy you have to look at in the featherweight division. He's an old school fighter, comes to fight, well conditioned, and he's looking to take your head off. And I think he brings exciting fights. And the featherweight division is always exciting. These guys scrap, and these guys, they're big punches at little weights. I'm sure they shrink themselves down, and they probably carry themselves at like 150, or 140. But either way, man, he's a really good fighter. I like him in matchups against guys like Nick Ball, even against Shushu Carrington. I think that'll be a great fight. Somebody's getting knocked out. I'm definitely going to favor Shushu. I'm going to have a little bit bias to the East Coast bias, but let the best man win, man. That'd be a great fight as well. Espinoza, another great fight. If they make it. So look out for this guy, UFC Fight Pass tonight. Omar Trinidad is going to be a decent card. There's a couple of women's fighting this card. There's a girl on this card. She's 2-0. I like her. I mean, I would like to talk to her, but really, now let's stop. She's a 2-0 fighter. Her name is Iana Verduzco. So look out for her. She'll probably fight early in the card. There's another women's card is Mizuki Haruta taking on Maribel Ramirez. It's for the WBO World Super Mosca title. And then you got a 22-1 Ali Akhmedov taking on a 17-4-1 Malcolm Jones in the co-main event. So it should be a decent card. Hey, it's fights. We haven't had much fights yet. We're going to get big fights coming up. First quarter, we spoke about it a little bit last week on Rich Mancuso's show. And, this is a nice little card, no football until tomorrow. So if you're looking for boxing, check out UFC Fight Zone. We'll also be live tonight. So we'll be watching and talking about the fights, and we'll be talking football tonight. Appreciate everybody that came through. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this fighter. Leave your comments in the comment section. What do you think about this fighter? What do you think about the card? What do you think about Tom Loeffler in general? Tom Loeffler in general as a promoter? And what do you think about Dana White being involved in boxing now with this UFC Fight Pass? He's got these fight cards on UFC Fight Pass. That's his channel. You know what I'm saying? So Dana White, little by little, is getting more involved into boxing. Let me know what you think. Let's have an interaction, and then maybe next time we go live, you guys can come up and speak about it. So appreciate you guys coming through and watching this. Please give it a like, share, and definitely subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you on later tonight on TD Sports Talk Live, Friday Night Sports Talk.